Hello, my people. It's Mansa. Don't be lazy. And by the end of this video, you're going to be closer to quitting weed than you've ever been. Now, me, I used to have it every single day for about 3 years straight. I was a pure addicted degenerate, but I'm currently 7 months sober. And I'm going to tell you the thing that I changed in my mindset that allowed me to make this switch. Now, my morning routine used to consist of waking up at like 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m., and basically going to the corner of my bed, rolling up a J, listening out, hoping that no one comes up the stairs because obviously I'm in my parents' house. I don't want to get caught. Roll it up, and I would not even have the motivation to brush my teeth. So before I have to brush my teeth, I'd have to go down to the bottom of my street to this place called The Spot, and I'd be wearing the same clothes that I've been wearing for like the past 3 weeks straight. Didn't care. Go to the bottom of the street and I'd smoke it. Bare depressed, just playing depressing songs and depressing beats in my head, freestyling about how I'm depressed and how I need to stop doing this type of stuff. Surrounded by trees, smoking trees. That was my daily routine.
This deep state of depression I'm feeling is because my internal does not match my external. My internal understands the complete truth about the world, the fact that the Quran is the truth, that intoxicants are bad, that masturbation is bad, that gambling is bad, that alcohol is bad, all these things are bad. And my external is following it to the most part, apart from one part, which is intoxicants, weed. My internal knows it's wrong, my external keeps doing it. So that mismatch is why my heart is constantly at unease. Do this off the mind. I'm feeling like I'm trying to go forward, not behind. Gotta put my thoughts into rhymes. Yo, listen. But my mind gets facetious. When I close my eyes nowadays, don't even see shit. My mind shit fucked, man, I didn't even deep it. Can't been stacking money, I've been getting all the peas in. But when I get the peas in, my heart's still beating, heart still pounding. Feeling like they like the way I'm sounding. Could've left it in, I could've, shit, yo. I've been trying to chill big, cough big, tough too much, I gotta chill. And I said that I stopped, rolling on the way. I've been making all these bills, I thought I'd get the racks, I thought it would feel great, it kinda feels alright, but it ain't feel the greatest. I gotta get more so I can on my playlist. Tell a pussy nigga take that shit off of your playlist. If I hit a nigga in the, ain't gonna say shit. I be in the band, I'm so fly like the pigeons. All these motherfuckers niggas know I got the Smithing, the Wesson, I'm feeling like a blessing. All these niggas try me and they know that I got the best in. Bringing in the
Nowadays, I wake up 9 a.m. at the latest. I'll come straight to my desk. I'll do 30 minutes of reading the Quran, 30 minutes of working on my electrician course, 30 minutes of filming, scripting, or editing YouTube videos for this business, for this channel. I'll check over my crypto, and then I'll hop in my BMW and I'll go to one of the 2 gyms I got a membership at and hit a beautiful workout with my boys. So there's a huge difference in the way that my life is, and my life is a lot better now. I'm a lot happy, I'm a lot more content, I'm a lot more consistent. But what was the mindset change? Now, this might sound crazy. However, what I want you to do is basically give yourself a split personality disorder. Now, that sounds absolutely crazy, but hear me out, hear me out. So, at first, when I was smoking all the time, that was my personality. I was a stoner. Everyone around me would tell me you're addicted. And even though I told them, no, I'm not, deep down somewhere in my heart, like, kind of felt like I was. So, me, Mansa, was a weed smoker. However, the thing that allowed me to change and to allow me to stop was by making a distinction between the two, between the high version of me and the sober version of me. So right now, if you're high, that's not the real you. That's a separate version. And if you're not high and you're sober, that's the real version of you. Now, I want to be very specific. I want to give you the specific mindset that changed it, right? So I don't want you to just see it as another version of you, the high version of you. I want you to see it as filler episodes, right? So you know in a movie, there's the real episodes, the real plot, the character working towards a mission, working towards killing a villain. Then there's a filler episode, an episode that doesn't really fit too much into the plot, but the show just needs to have an extra episode. It needs to fill up time. That is your high life. It's just filler, right? So even if you've been high every day for the past 3 years, it's fine. That's still filler. You still have 10 more years until you're 30 years old. So that last 3 years has just been filler episodes. The real you, right? So every now and then when you have 1 day sober, 1 day off, 2 weeks sober, or 3 days sober, that's been the real you. And in that time is the only time when you're actually working towards your real goals. You might think that you're more creative or more passionate or whatever when you're high, but that's just a facade. That's the lies that you tell to yourself. I made music. I was a rapper, so obviously that was a big excuse for me. Let me just smoke so I'm a better rapper. However, changing the mindset made me realize, nah, that's not it. That's not true. The truth is, that's just filler episodes. The reason that you keep going back to those filler episodes and the reason you keep going back to the highness is not because it's better. It's just because in those filler episodes, you're not working towards the main plot. You're not working towards your actual goals. You're able to remove your focus and get high and think about random stuff. When you're sober, The world is a bit harder, especially at first. However, it's because you're working towards something. You have a mission. You have enemies. The world is actually quite a hard place when you realize that life as a man is not something that's easy. It's not something that's given to you. You have enemies. You have competition at all times. You're always competing. So every time you smoke, that's you taking a break from the competition, sitting on the sidelines, waiting, chilling. And I wasted 3 years of my life waiting on the sidelines, chilling, when I knew that there was a life I wanted to build, but I just didn't want to start because this just felt so good. The filler episodes felt so good. There's no responsibilities. So what you need to do is separate the two versions of you. And that other version of you who's high, you need to see him as inferior. You have to see him as inferior. Don't let your ego make you think that the high you's better in anything. Anything. He's worse, he's stupider, he's lazier, he's less happy, less consistent, he's less focused. There's nothing better about him. Absolutely nothing better about the high version of you. And you can't allow yourself to believe there's something better about the high version of you. Otherwise, you're going to keep going back to it. You truly believe that the sober version of you is a more superior being, which they are, by the way. Then slowly you're going to start taking longer and longer breaks. You're going to start to get more used to the sober version of yourself. And eventually you're going to make that break where you just say, bro, what's the point of going back to this filler episode, right? What's the point of going back to this useless, stupider, lazier version of me when I can just be me in the real world and deal with my consequences and build my real life with the real plot and work towards my goals at all times? You realize that you don't really need that day to relax. You realize that the weed doesn't help you relax. All it does is slow down your progress. But yeah, guys, that simple change in my mindset was one of the main reasons I was able to quit, able to go cold turkey, cut it off after 3 years of pure addiction, after doing my A levels high, after doing my driving test allegedly high. After doing all of this, right, the pure addiction I had, I was able to go cold turkey. It's now been 7 months, and it's because of that separation that I made. Make sure that you do that. Make sure that you try it out. You may not quit instantly. However, no matter how many times you keep going back to it, just keep remembering that the high version of you is filler episode. It's wasted time. And even though you might think you're addicted and keep going back to it, eventually you're going to jump into the real world and realize that the real plot is more important. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and remember there is a time and place for each emotional but laziness. Don't be lazy.